Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications. When you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
After a strong start to the postseason, the TMP Lady Monarchs put their 8-game win streak on the line tonight in Norton as they take on the state-ranked Goodland Cowgirls in the 3A Sub-State semifinals, with tonight's winner moving one step closer to punching a ticket to next week's 3A state tournament. A good Thursday evening and a welcome into Stoll Gymnasium in Norton, along with studio producer and engineer Rachel Fox, the KHAZ studios, and our Hayes Post digital engineer and producer Jaden Mount. I'm Jonathan Swigert, and it's time for TMP Lady Monarch basketball here on 99.5 KHAZ and at HayesPost.com. The last time out, the Lady Monarchs took care of the Russell Lady Broncos, winning 51-13 to move to 18-3 overall. In that game, Russell finished with just 2 field goals as the Lady Monarchs got out to a quick start and rolled to that victory. Emily Lane finished with a team-high 15 points, scoring in double figures for the 13th time this season. And J.C. Von Little, in her return from an ankle injury in which she missed 3 games, finished with 12 points to go along with 7 rebounds. It's the 8th straight win for the Monarchs, and they've won 10 of their last 11 and 16 of their last 18 in the season, in which the last time they lost was the 1st of February. They take on the Goodland Cowgirls, who come in ranked number 4 in Class 3. 3A and the number 3 seed here in this Norton 3A sub-state. They are 18-3, finished 5-1 in the Great Western Athletic Conference. They're coming off a 54-20 rout of Minneapolis on Monday, a game in which they were able to get out to a 20-9 first quarter start and were led by Telexa Weeder, who finished with a team-high 18 points. They've won 2 in a row and 8 of their last 10. It's the Monarchs and the Goodland Cowgirls for the right to advance on to Saturday's sub-state finals. Let's take a break on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. When we come back, we'll get a chance to hear from Coach Rose McFarland as she joins us next along the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship and the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at comparebycoverage.com.
Back into Norton, more of our pregame show. We're joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. Her thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. And Coach, you get a nice win over at Russell. We'll start there. Got out to that quick start, and I know that will kind of be what everybody kind of points to. It seemed like defense played really well too.
Yeah, I thought our defense played very well. We did get off to a quick start, and it just kind of carried over through the rest of the game.
Defensive intensity seemed like it was there. What kind of sticks out in my mind is right away Kylie in her stance right out there to really ready to meet the ball handler. It seemed like that everybody was really locked in and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think the girls were focused, and that was always good, to come out focused at the beginning of the game. And like I said, it was an intense game at the beginning. We really picked it up right from the beginning, which we haven't always done. So it's a good way to start sub-state.
And seeing the defensive intensity continue to ratchet up, it seems, over the last couple of weeks
time, wasn't
now.
It almost 6
I think
minutes
they're
long?
starting to feel more comfortable with what we're doing, and the help defense is there. I thought we did a really good job inside, doubling and then still closing out quickly, which we're getting better at.
Now you take a look at your opponent here in this semifinal matchup. It's Goodland. It's been a while since you guys have played Goodland. Have to go back to the Hillsborough tournament days. What stands out about them?
Yeah, it has been a while. I kind of forgot how long it's been, but they're a very good team. They're solid. They've got size, good length, and they've got depth. They've got a quick point guard. They've got some shooters from the outside. So they're very well balanced.
Yeah, it seems like the size inside at the different positions is kind of what has made them so successful with Telexa Weeder inside it. It seems like that's really where they're hanging their hat.
Yeah, and I mean, she's a really good perimeter shooter. She can shoot the three, and she's strong. And, we got a little size of our own. I think we've got a little length too, but they create a lot of turnovers with their length. They switch up defenses a little bit. And, so we have to really take care of the basketball and, pass around them and not try and pass over the top because they're very aggressive on defense, and they can get up and down the floor and they can run with anybody, and they've got good shooters and they get to the boards, so they're a tough team.
Yeah, defensively it seems like their intensity is maybe more than anybody you'll have seen, and they extend the defense right from the start. I mean, on the inbounds pass to start the game. Yeah,
and then we haven't seen a lot of 1-3-1 extended defense, and they'll do that and they'll play some man. And like I said, with that length, you can't just pass over the top. You got to pass around. You got to be aggressive. We got to be aggressive tonight. So we're looking forward to it.
Offensively, on the inside, Emily had a really good game against Russell. JC, coming back from the ankle injury, played well on the inside. Do you think that's one of the keys, is to make sure you guys get started against their length inside well?
Yeah, I think we need to establish both our inside and outside game. hopefully we're hitting well from the outside and they have to come out and guard us, which I think they will anyway, and then be able to pass that ball inside and be aggressive in there. I mean, I think we've got some talent inside, too. So, get them in foul trouble maybe a little bit, but just keep hammering away at them.
And for a sub-state semifinal matchup, obviously your group is coming into this one with a lot of confidence, having played extremely well down the stretch here. I imagine that also kind of helps as well, knowing that you're playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, the girls have stepped it up. I feel like we're playing our best basketball right now, which is great for this time of the year. And they're hungry. They don't want it to end. And so we were going to go out and be aggressive and play our best.
I know we've talked about a handful of things. What do you think is the most important thing for your group to do tonight to get a win?
Well, I think we got to play good defense. We know we have to play good defense. I think we can defend them. Our defense has been playing pretty good, but we got to keep them off the boards. They've got girls that come in and they're tall and long and they do a really good job on the boards. And then we got to get back on defense and not let them have any easy points in transition.
All right, good luck. We'll chat with you afterwards.
Thank you.
A lot more after this here on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at comparebycoverage.com.
Back into Norton, more of our pregame show. We're joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. Her thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. And Coach, you get a nice win over Russell. We'll start there. Got out to that quick start, and I know that will kind of be what everybody kind of points to. It seemed like defense played really well too.
Yeah, I thought our defense played very well. We did get off to a quick start, and it just kind of carried over through the rest of the game.
Defensive intensity seemed like it was there. What kind of sticks out in my mind is right away Kylie and her stance right out there to ready to meet the ball handler. It seemed like that everybody was really locked in and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think the girls were focused, and that was always good, to come out focused at the beginning of the game. And like I said, it was an intense game at the beginning. We really picked it up right from the beginning, which we haven't always done. So.
Contact Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, the professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors.
McFarland, part of our Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker pregame interview. You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See Shelter agent Dustin Shoemaker for details. This, of course, the semifinal matchup between the Cowgirls and the Monarchs. We'll take a look at the series history and get some starters along the way here in our pregame show. But first, school activities teach students discipline, teamwork, and dedication while providing them with structured, supervised learning activities. Encourage your son or daughter to take part in school activities. Participation opens the door to a lifetime of enjoyment and excitement. The Kansas State High School Activities Association, Eagle Radio, and HaysPost.com encourages you to make activities and academics curriculum partners. The Monarchs come into this contest the number 2 seed in the tournaments as they won the coin flip between the Cowgirls and the Monarchs in the season in which they finished 18-3. Of course, the Monarchs coming off of that win over Russell. Meanwhile, Goodland coming off of that rout of Minneapolis. Before we take a look at the Cowgirls, let's take a look around the Mid-Continent League. Our look around the MCL brought to you by HaysPost.com. Of course, Monarchs, part of this matchup. Elsewhere, Norton takes on Phillipsburg. That is in the second game of the day here in Norton. So that is the two teams outside of TMP in Class 3A for the Mid-Continent League that are still alive in the 3A sub-state. Phillipsburg, the number 1 seed at 18-2. Norton comes in the number 4 seed at 15-6. Phillipsburg got that 71-30 win over Beloit in the opening round, while Norton had no problem in their matchup with Colby winning 44-21. Elsewhere in the Mid-Continent League, of course, as we told you before, Stockton, the Lady Tigers, get a big win in their opening round matchup of 1A Division I. They upset Mankato Rock Hills. So that means the 7th seed Stockton is taking on Osborne tonight. That's in that 1A Division I Osborne sub-state. So a couple of a matchup of two former Mid-Continent League rivals. Osborne, of course, now part of the Northern Plains League. And then tomorrow from the 2A Waukene Sub-State semifinals, top seed Waukene takes on the 5-seed Hoxie. Hoxie with a little bit of an upset over Wichita County. Leota in that opening round of the 2A Sub-State. And meanwhile, it's the 2 versus 3 Smith Center taking on Ellis. So now 4 of the Mid-Continent League teams part of that Sub-State there in Waukene matchup. That's a look around the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com. Of course, you can find this game and a recap of this game, plus scores, highlights, and then also coaches' comments from this game and others from around the area as part of HayesPost.com. News, features, sports, and entertainment up there as well. Real quickly, let's take a look at the Goodland Cowgirls. They come into this contest, as I mentioned, now 18-3 on the season, led by head coach Bill Bierman in his 3rd season. He is 35-31 at the helm of the Goodland Cowgirls. You look at this Cowgirl program, they've really turned it around over the last couple of seasons, out to an 18-win season this year. You have to go back just a couple of years ago in which they really struggled to find wins. They finished 18-3 a year ago, losing in the Sub-State Finals to Scott City, very good Lady Beaver team. But other than that, Goodland has really struggled. We're below 500 for several years before that. Last trip to state, you have to go all the way back to 1992 and had 3 losing seasons before a year ago. So back-to-back winning seasons, but really struggled in the 2 prior years. Of course, coming off that big win over Minneapolis, led by their leading scorer, Telexa Weeder, the sophomore, who is averaging more than 17 points per contest. As Weeder, as Coach Rose McFarland mentioned in the pregame interview, that she kind of makes them go. Very good presence with some size inside along with Weeder. Makes it a difficult matchup. Of course, these 2 teams met on the volleyball court in Hayes at Ablinger Fieldhouse in the first round of the 3A state tournament in the fall, and it was Goodland who would get the upset victory, although an upset was a really good matchup between those 2 teams. So that's been a quick look at the Goodland Cowgirls, who come in at 18-3, finished 5-1 in the Great Western Athletic Conference. The only similar opponent between these 2 teams that each had a loss to was the Hugoton Eagles. Hugoton ended up winning the GWAC, while Goodland finished as the runner-up. So Monarchs at 18-3, Goodland Cowgirls at 18-3 as well. That's our updates and look around the MCL, as well as a look at the Goodland Cowgirls as part of our opponent breakdown. Let's take another time out here on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. When we come back, we'll get a chance to bring you the starting lineups as we count down to tip-off for the start of this one here from Norton. It's the semifinals of the 3A Sub-State. The road to the championship brought to you by Redeem Designs on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Part of our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show, serving you from 609 East 8th Street with clean, high-quality vehicles with many options. If you need more room for a family vacation or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for your next business trip, call 785-623-4116 for Hertz Rent-A-Car. The Monarchs and the Goodland Cowgirls getting set to meet here in this championship semifinal from the Norton 3A Sub-State. As part of our Redeem Designs Road to a Championship, you can get your own personalized online team store through Redeem Designs. Designs, tassel-free and no more paper orders or collecting checks with Redeem Design and the road to the championship. Monarchs will be the home team as the 2 seed, sitting down to our right. Meanwhile, Goodland in their road black uniforms will be the 3 seed, the visiting team. They are the 3 seed, will sit down to our left. Monarchs starting lineup looks like this. It's the way it's been all year long, or most of the year, for TMP. As Emily Lane, the 6-foot junior, the leading scorer and rebounder for TMP, joined by Sophia Baltazar, the 5'7" junior, along with Megan Hamel, the 5'4" junior, Cassidy Yost, the 5'9" junior, and then Kylie Allen, the lone senior for TMP, the 5'8" senior. That's a look at the starters for Coach Rose McFarland in her 13th year as head coach of the TMP Lady Monarchs. Meanwhile, for Coach Bill Bierman in his 3rd year at the helm of the Goodland Cowgirls, he will go with Sydney Hahn. She is a 5'6" freshman. Hahn joined in the starting lineup by Telexa Weeder, the 5'10" sophomore. Weeder's their leading scorer, second leading rebounder, 17 points per game, along with her nearly 7 rebounds per contest. Lindsay Cure, 5'11" sophomore, is a second leading scorer, over 7.5 points and more than 6.5 rebounds per contest. She leads them in rebounds. Michaela Bierman, the 5'5" senior, joined in the starting lineup by Emma Lehman, and Emma is the 5'11" junior. She averages right around 7 points per contest as well. As I mentioned, Coach Bierman in his 3rd season as the head coach of the Goodland Cowgirls. Coach McFarland in her 13th year at TMP. So that's a look at the starting lineups, and of course, about ready to get this one underway here from Stoll Gymnasium. We'll take our final break of the pregame show, and we'll get you started after this on the Monarch Sports Network and the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship on 99.5 KHAZ and at HaysPost.com.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, the professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Jaden. national anthem here from Norton High School, side of this 3A sub-state semifinal matchup between TMP and Goodland. Before we get started, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to TMP-Marian Basketball.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
The sub-state semifinal matchup is the 2 versus the 3. TMP, the home team, in their home white uniforms, as I mentioned, down to our right. Meanwhile, Goodland will be in their road black uniforms. That's our uniform update. Goodland with the yellow numbers trimmed in white to Goodland across the front. TMP in the dark blue numbers and letters trimmed in gray. As Goodland will shoot down to our right here in this first half as they'll work it to the high post and get it to Lehman. Lehman turned and nearly looked like may have traveled with it. As we're back underway, here's another pass to the high post. Layup no good. Fight for it inside and taken away by Callie Allen for TMP. As Hamel will race into the front court left side. Baltazar finds a cutting lane. Goes in, and Emily will give TMP the quick lead on the fast break to perfection for TMP as they lead 2-0 on the Emily Lane field goal as TMP gets it started inside. Goodland will go to the right side once again, trying to force it into the post, and scoring it is Lindsay Cure. Cure ties this ball game at 2 inside, and now Goodland with some pressure in the backcourt. Cure, one of the leading scorers for Goodland at over 7 points per game. TMP will break the press with 7:10 to go here in this opening quarter of action. Monarchs get an Emily Lane field goal to start out with, and now here's a pass right side, going to be thrown away. That'll be a TMP turnover, trying to force it right side to Kylie Allen. The Monarchs, after getting that fast break score, a little bit off the mark here in their first offensive set. And back the other way goes Goodland. Under 7 minutes to go, first quarter. 2-2 our score. Goodland has the last field goal as that Cure bucket inside as they'll work it to Hahn on that left side. Hahn now goes to the top of the key for Weeder. They'll swing it off to the right side. Bierman drives, cut off by Allen. Now back to the top of the key, they go to Lehman, and Hahn will come reset it in between the circles. They go to the high post to left side for Lehman. Lehman searches, finds Bierman off the screen. Here's a kick out 3 for Hahn that is short. It'll skip off. And a backside rebound pulled down by Goodland as Cure came away with that rebound. And a fresh chance here for the Goodland Cowgirls as the game is tied at 2 apiece as Cure gets her first rebound. Now they'll post up inside, working against Cassidy Yost. The shot too strong for Lehman, and Emily Lane down with her first rebound. So good defense inside as TMP was able to force that miss. Up the floor, Baltazar cut off. Here's Hamel with it on this left wing as she surveys the defense. Expect to see, as Coach McFarland talked about in the opener, several different looks from the Goodland Cowgirls. Here's a pass to the short corner, nearly lost by Lane, but gets it back to Kylie Allen. And now Lane will repost. She got pushed from behind, no call. They'll kick it out. Here's a pass from Yost to Baltazar for 3 that is short. Lane tried to keep it alive, and the rebound is cleared out of there by Goodland. So TMP one and done as Bierman will come down with a rebound. Up the floor, Bierman nearly traveled with it as she kicked it off to that left side. And now they'll swing it around for Cure in the right side. And now Cassidy Yost a little bit banged up inside for TMP. Behind the play on this right side. Putting a lot of weight on that right leg and ankle area. And so she's going to come to the near sideline with help from assistant coach Parker Gates and coach Rose McFarland. That's a huge issue for TMP early on as J.C. Von Lennel will check in for the first time. We've seen Monarchs have to play shorthanded before. Here's a backdoor lob, is knocked out of bounds by Goodland, and TMP will get it back. So Monarchs will get it back following the turnover. Monarchs will have to now work against some pressure here from Goodland. Hamel needs to hurry to get it in. Will lob it to Von Lennel and just into the ball game. Von Lennel with a long outlet pass up the floor for Baltazar. Good catch on this left side. Now to Hamel. Hamel's wide open. She decided not to shoot it. Had a pretty good look at it, but decided not to shoot it. Here's Von Lennel with it. 2-2 our score. 5:15 to go here in this opening half. Hamel's going to drive left side, go up with the left hand, but blocked and then knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Goodland. That shot was blocked by Bierman inside, and then she knocked it away and knocked it out of bounds. It will stay with TMP. The 5'5" senior Bierman knocked it out of bounds. 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. 2-2 our score. Here's an inbound play right side for Lane. Emily missed it too strong, and the rebound cleared out of there by Bierman. TMP 1 for 4 from the floor, and then Goodland turns it over. Great defense by TMP. Kylie Allen over there on that sideline for the Monarchs forces that turnover. Goodland, their first turnover here, the early going. 5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Left side, Allen's open. She'll take the long two, halfway down and out. Rebound tipped into the hands of Kylie, who goes up, can't finish inside as a Goodland Cowgirl fell down. Here's a long outlet up the floor. Goodland looks to run as they get it left side. Hahn steps forward, missed the shot, and there's JC Von Little down with a rebound, and they call her for a double dribble in the backcourt. Von Little called for the double dribble. Not sure if they thought that she got a second hand of the ball at the same time, or she got the ball knocked away from her. So that's a tough break for TMP as Goodland will get it back following the turnover. 2-2 our score, 4:43 to go here in this opening quarter. Goodland will bring in for the first time Jaxie Mitchek. Left side, here's a drive up and under and scoring it. Inside is Telexa Weeder as Weeder gives the Goodland Cowgirls a 4-2 lead, a 2-point lead as Weeder gets her first field goal. And again, Goodland will press and make you speed up. Here's Lane driving in, splits the defense, scores with some contact and has a chance at a 3-point play. She took it right down the right side of that lane and got the blocking foul, and Emily's headed to the free throw line. First free throw opportunity and the first field goal for Lane in this one. Game's tied at 4. Lane with her first free throw opportunity. This one will rim off. She has the first 2 field goals for TMP, but cannot convert on the free throws. Still tied at 4. Skidland will go to Lindsey Cure at the high post, kick it for Weeder right side. Weeder guarded by Baltazar. Now they'll swing it off to the right side. Work it for Bierman. And now driving in and drawing the foul is Lindsey Cure. Cure put it on the deck right down the lane and was able to draw that foul. They call it on Von Little. It's JC's first. Monarchs with Cassidy Yost, that ankle injury early. And for the free throw, short for Lindsey Cure. Cure's a 27% free throw shooter. She misses off the front of the iron that time. Hahn returns to the lineup. 4-4 with 4:01 to go here in the opening quarter. Second free throw for Cure. Rattles home and it falls. 5-4 on the free throw by Cure. Goodland on top as the Monarchs will force it up the floor. Lane puts it on the deck, drives inside, goes up, and they're going to call her for a travel. So she was called for a travel before she got that shot to go. An idea by Lane to attack, but they call her for a travel. It'll be the third TMP turnover, so Monarchs give it back. Jaxie Mitchek, I mentioned the freshman in. Also back into the ballgame, Emma Lehman. Lehman will swing it to Mitchek off to that left side. Trying to get Weeder open for a 3. Instead, she'll drive in for the floater. This one too strong. Ball on the deck, picked up by Sophia Baltazar for TMP. Monarchs don't have numbers as they'll slow it up and set up the offense. Baltazar way out beyond the arc for Lane. All sorts of contact reaching in. No call. Is driving in his lane and finds Allen. Kylie will lay it up to give TMP the lead. 6-5. Good pass from Allen, or rather from Lane to Kylie Allen. As Kylie was able to get in there and score. Cure was hanging all over Lane. Now Cure will post up. Lane blocked it inside, knocked it away. Ball on the deck. We're going to get a foul on Cure. She landed on top of Baltazar, and TMP will get it back. So the forced turnover. Defense by Lane, and Hamel hanging down there and digging in on the ball handler as well. Forces Goodland into their second first quarter timeout. TMP leads 6-5 on that Kylie Allen field goal. Now the Monarchs will lob it into Baltazar, who had it knocked away by Hahn, and Hahn can't score it over Baltazar. Then TMP's Emily Lane will come away with the rebound. Hand it to Hamel as they'll work into the front court. Monarchs get a break after the turnover. Baltazar drives, finds Lane. Here's a touch pass for Allen, and she scores. Back-to-back Kylie Allen field goals. TMP leads 8-5. Timeout Goodland. Kylie Allen with back-to-back field goals, and Lane with a little touch pass. Monarchs unselfishly work that to perfection to lead 8-6, or make it 8-5. Good start for TMP's Kylie Allen. A little touch pass set TMP up with that layup for Kylie Allen, who's got back-to-back field goals. That's big with 2:54 to go here in this opening quarter. At an 8-5 lead for TMP. Monarchs, Cassidy Yost got that ankle knee injury early on in this first quarter. Did not see what happened. But she is being looked at on the bench, so we'll keep an eye on that. Monarchs have had to gut it out before playing shorthanded, so we'll see. Cassidy's going to get her ankle retaped and may try and go here with 2:50 to go in this first quarter. Out of the timeout, it's 8-5, TMP with the lead. Goodland will play it off left side. Bierman gives it up. Now they get it to Lehman. Trying to post up inside is Mitchek, but she can't quite get position. Now they'll kick it left side. Bierman, the younger, is into the ballgame for the first time. And a J.C. Von Linnell foul inside. Emma Lehman, the older of the two, was able to get position. They got Von Linnell off her feet. And J.C.'s going to pick up her second. That's a big foul because Cassidy Yost bagged up with that ankle injury. And now the free throw is going to rattle home for Emma Lehman. Lehman's a 52% free throw shooter, knocks that down. It's 8-6. TMP leads as Von Linnell will come out with those two fouls with 2:33 to go here in this first quarter. So Monarchs with a little bit of adversity here in the opener. Second free throw rattles home. It's 8-7. TMP with the lead as Lehman has her first two field goals of the contest. Goodland with pressure. Monarchs get it up the floor. Lane finds Allen, and now to Hamel. Hamel goes right back to Kylie on that right side. She surveys the defense. Jessica Herman checked into the game for TMP. As I mentioned, Von Linnell with those two fouls. Baltazar left side. She'll get it to Herman. Jessica straight on, guarded by the little older defender Bierman, and then Bierman took it away from her. Turnover TMP. It's the fourth first quarter turnover for TMP. Monarchs need to hurry to get back with Michaela Bierman. They'll post up inside. Mitchek has a block by Lane, but we're going to get a foul coming. So now fouls will start to be an issue for TMP as Lane will pick up the foul. It is just her first. Brought the arm down to block the shot. And at the free throw line for the first time is Jaxie Mitchek. She's a 42% free throw shooter. Misses on the first one. The 5'8" freshman, averages right around 4 points per contest. Weeder will return to the lineup for Goodland, replacing Haley Bierman, the freshman. 8-7, TMP with the lead. 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Monarchs leading by one. Free throw will rim off, and Emily Lane down with the rebound, and then she fell down and traveled with it. TMP will give it back. Ball on the turnover. Goodland's Telexa Weeder to key it in. They swing it left side. Here's a Bierman three that's too strong. Ball on the deck picked up by Kylie Allen, then she's fouled by Weeder in the backcourt. Kylie's been aggressive. We've seen Kylie be aggressive in the last two games. She's got 4 first quarter points thanks to great passes inside from Lane on that fast break and the breakdown on offense. And now she forces Weeder into her first foul of the contest. Monarchs will key it in with Baltazar. Against that pressure from Goodland, it's Hamel. Hamel, left-handed dribble across the timeline behind her back. That right wrist tape gives it up to Baltazar. Sophia will give it right back to Hamel. 1:40 to go first quarter. TMP leads 8-7. Allen right side. She's got the last 2 field goals for TMP. Jessica Herman bounce pass left side for Hamel. Hamel waiting. Baltazar's open. Sophia thought about a three. Instead tried to rifle it inside, and it's thrown away. Bierman will take the steal. Bierman into the front court. Bangs into Baltazar. They let him play through it. Offensive rebound. Mitchek. She can't finish inside, and there's Emily Lane to rip down her 3rd rebound. Here are the early goings. So they let him play that possession down the floor, and it benefits TMP on the missed shot by Mitchek. Baltazar will give it back to Lane, straight on. As Emily surveys the defense, guarded by Mitchek. Emily's going to put it on the deck, try and back her down into the post. She got held, no call. She'll give it up, then get it right back onto the baseline. Needs some help left side. Jump pass over the top for Hamel. 55 seconds to go first quarter. Kylie Allen with it right side. Allen then picks up her dribble, has it knocked away and stolen again. Goodland being physical on the turnover. TMP will give it away for the 6th time here in the first quarter. Up the floor, here's a pass thrown away. That intended for Weeder here on this right sideline. That will be a turnover. It's Goodland's 3rd turnover. That's going to be the, not sure what the official was discussing, ball went out of bounds, so they need to get a new one and clean that other one off. So a turnover by Goodland gives it back to TMP. They lead 8-7 with just over 40 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Goodland is physical and aggressive, and they will press you the entire time. See how TMP handles it. Here's a pass over the top, and Lane can't track it down. Good idea. She had broke open on the baseball pass, but that just a little bit too far out in front from Hamel to Lane, and TMP will give it back. It's already their 7th turnover of the contest. Turned over a season low 2 games ago against Plainville 7 times. 8-7, TMP with the lead. They got back-to-back Kylie Allen field goals inside, and that's the last time they have scored. Goodland will get it in for Bierman. Michaela, right side. Got a screen from Cure. Will take it to the left wing. Guarded by Kylie Allen with 35 seconds to go. Straight on. Here's Sydney Hahn for 3. It's too strong. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Telexa Weeder, and TMP will have the basketball back. Goodland's 0 for 2 from 3. TMP 0 for 1. Goodland again pressing with 28.8 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Monarchs get it into Baltazar. Sophia will bring it across the timeline with 24 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. 8-7, TMP leads by 1. Right side pass to Kylie Allen. Goodland makes you start your offense. And now here's a near turnover as Herman wasn't ready for it, but Lane was in the right spot to get it for TMP. Hamel will direct traffic left side. Baltazar was open, couldn't shoot the 3. Nada Allen back to Hamel on this left side. Lane will post up, and she's going to be fouled inside. That's going to be the second on Lindsay Cure. It's the 4th on Goodland. TMP has 3 fouls in the quarter. Emma Lehman, the 5'11 junior, will check in and replace Cure. 2.7 seconds to go. First quarter, TMP leads by 1, 8-7. Monarchs trying to get Baltazar open for 3. Over the top, Sophia step back 3 to beat the buzzer. Just comes up short. Had a great look at it through 1 quarter of action. TMP leads Goodland in a hard-fought first quarter, 8-7. Back in 1 minute on the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship of the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
TMP leads 8-7 and will have the basketball to start out the second quarter. Monarchs with Herman, Hamel, along with Baltazar, Lane, and Allen, the 5 on the floor. TMP with Cassidy Yost injuring that what looked like an ankle or leg injury in the first couple of minutes of this ball game. And then also now J.C. Von Lennel with 2 fouls, and the Monarchs shorthanded already. Here's a pass left side for Allen. She'll find Lane at the high post, got hit, bobbled it, then gets free. She's going to go in and score it on the left side. 10-7 on the Emily Lane field goal. Emily kind of bobbled it, and that left her open. She has 6 here early in this first half. 7:25 and counting in this second quarter. Goodland will swing it left side for Bierman. Bierman looking inside. Nobody's open. Here's a skip pass to Sydney Hahn on the right side. She can't shoot it. Telexa Weeder with it. Weeder will hand it off to Lehman. That's Emma. She's going to take the 3 right side off the heel. Rebound into the hands of Megan Hamel for TMP. Hamel will look to push for the Monarchs up the floor and then get cut off and forced to pick up the dribble. Goodland will pressure you the entire time, and they're physical with it. And so if you're the Monarchs, you have to selectively run as Lane's getting held the entire time on the post. Hamel will drive right side, got bumped. They're going to let him play through it. Now Hamel gets reach-in call, and that is going to draw Michaela Bierman on the foul. They're going to let him play. It's been physical both ways, and that's, if you're TMP, you have to find a way to deal with that. If you can adapt, you've got a chance, because they're going to let you play. Now, while you're without 2 of your key players inside as Lane gets banged in on a shot, but she rattled it home anyway on the inbounds. They just lob it over the top. Emily makes it 12-7 in favor of TMP. She's got 2 field goals here to start out this opening now second quarter. Here's a shot left side that'll rim off for Hahn. Ball on the deck. Michek comes up with it left side as she'll rattle it home. An offensive rebound for Michek inside, and she was able to score it. Again, Goodland with pressure in the backcourt. Here's a pass to the lane. Emily up the floor left side for Kylie Allen. Good catch by Kylie. Leaves lane open, skip past Baltazar. They find Herman. Just goes up, missed the shot, but Allen fighting for it, gets the rebound, and she scored, and they call it on the floor. That's a tough break. She was held on the rebound and had a chance for a 3-point play, but the official said it was before the shot. TMP leads 12-9 following that Michek field goal, and the Monarchs do a great job of trying to answer quickly back the other way. Now here's a pass left side as Allen had to catch it on that right side. Hamel will get a screen from Lane. Now they go to the left elbow for Lane. She'll draw the double team, find Hamel with it. Megan's going to drive in, go in with the left hand, and bank it home, and she's got a chance at a 3-point play. That was a tough runner for Hamel on this left side as she banked it home, 14-9. TMP on the Hamel bucket has a chance for one more. That was not an easy runner to go on the left side, but Megan got it to go for her first field goal. And now to convert the 3-point play, and she does. 15-9 as Hamel gives TMP the 6-point lead. She has 3 here in the opening half, and now Goodland nearly throws it away. Hahn on the left side had to track it down, and now they will throw it away inside. Trying to post up Michek, and it's thrown away, so the Monarchs will get it back following the Goodland turnover. They have 4 in the contest. Goodland wants to bring Michaela Bierman in, so they play Michaela, the 5'5 senior, and then Emma, who is the younger, the 5'11 junior. TMP again against the pressure. We'll get it into Lane right in front of Coach Rose McFarland and then clear it out for Hamel. 15-9 with 5:45 and counting here in this first half. Good screen front. Lane knocked the defender down. That's an open 3 that goes for Kylie Allen. What a great first half for Kylie. She has 7, and TMP's lead is 18-9 as the Monarchs continue to play good, solid offense here in this opening half, and they lead by 9 with under 5.5 to go in this first half. Michek left side will drive in on Herman, get tangled up, and she'll score with a chance at a 3-point play. Good finish by Jaxie Michek, the freshman, working against Jessica Herman, and now Herman has a foul, so she joins Emily Lane with 1. Monarchs without Cassidy Yost, who still hasn't come back from that ankle injury in the first quarter. And then J.C. Von Linnell on the bench with 2. It's 18-11. Michek trying to add 1 more. Is this free throw too strong? And laying down with a rebound. Emily has 4 first half rebounds, and now she's going to bring it across the timeline. Head up, dribbling into the front court. Finds Baltazar with it. Sophia finds right side Kylie Allen. Kylie goes up with all sorts of contact, and they let him play through it. Missed shot. And back the other way. As here comes Bierman, who had it knocked away into the hands of Michek. She then short-armed the first shot and then shoots it into the between the glass and the rim. That means it's a jump ball. And the arrow belongs, I believe, to Goodland. So the Monarchs give up another offensive rebound, and now the officials will try and knock the ball loose. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. TMP leads 18-11. It's a timeout by the Monarchs. Monarchs have given up some offensive fouls. We'll keep it right here, or some offensive rebounds. That could be something we have to keep an eye on. Winter in Kansas is filled with many changes, from icy winds to the gentle snow. It's time to enjoy the excitement of interscholastic activities. Thousands of Kansas high school students need your support and encouragement. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and its member schools provide thrills and suspense for a lifetime of memories. See and other parts of education come to life through interscholastic activities. A public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Eagle Radio at HaysPost.com. This game was tight early. Goodland led 4-2 after TMP actually led the game 2-0. Goodland would lead 4-2. TMP would tie it at 4. Then Goodland on a free throw would lead 5-4. But then back-to-back Kylie Allen field goals gave TMP an 8-5 lead. They would lead 8-7 through 1 quarter of action. Opened the second quarter on a 10-2 run to lead 18-9, and now lead 18-11 following that timeout. The alternate possession, because the ball was stuck in between the rim and the backboard, will belong to Goodland. They bring Telexa Weeder back into the contest as she'll key it in and lob it over the top for Bierman. Bierman will find her sister Michaela Bierman. Here's a right side three that is way off, and it'll go out of bounds. Nope, saved back in by Goodland on the sideline as they do a great job to save it, but then out of bounds. Good hustle on that left sideline as they nearly saved it with Lehman following the missed shot. TMP will get it back. Goodland 0 for 4 from 3 to start out the game. 4:45 to play first half. TMP's lead is 7. Jessica Herman with it. Herman will swing it left side. Kylie's going to tee up a 3. This one's short. Battle for the rebound, and Weeder will come out of there with it. Monarchs one of now 3 from 3 as Weeder pulls down her first rebound. Into the front court. I'll give it to Olivia Lehman, who's in for the first time. Michek with it right side. Used up her dribble on the double team. Kicks it out for a three-pointer that misses everything for Haley Bierman, the freshman. And it goes back to the Lady Monarchs. Goodland 0 of 5 now from deep. And missed 4 field goals in a row. They are just 1 for 7 shooting in this second quarter. Monarchs lead is 7 at 18-11. Goodland now with the extended 1-3-1. This is one of the defenses they'll run right at you. Here's a pass inside. Lane with a tough catch, goes up and scores it. 20-11. Emily Lane scores inside on a pass from Sophia Baltazar. Lane already with 10 here in the first half. Here's a 3 for Lehman that's off the heel, but an offensive rebound inside for Goodland. And now Michek has it knocked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Goodland. Monarchs battling inside, do a great job. They give up the offensive rebound, but Michek then couldn't handle it inside. Off of the carom. Pass was knocked away. Herman with good defense by TMP just to force Michek to lose that basketball. And another turnover for the Goodland Cowgirls. They have 6 here in the first half. And again, that 1-3-1. There's a pass deflected near midcourt. Hamel and Baltazar, the top of that zone defense, or the zone offense against TMP. Here's a pass left side, and it's stolen. That time Bierman came away with it. Michaela Bierman, long outlet pass up the floor to Hahn, Sydney Hahn over the top. Here's a 3 for Lehman, and it's good. Emma Lehman got free and swished it home. 20-14 comes off a TMP turnover, and it's the first 3 of the game for the Goodland Cowgirls. As TMP had Hamel trapped. Lane got it knocked away. Cure all over Hamel, or rather all over Lane. Cure playing with those 2 fouls. So the 1-3-1 zone defense, the first time that TMP has seen this for an extended period of the time this year. Herman, pass left side for Allen. Kylie draws a double, kicks it out for Baltazar. Sophia got past her defender, goes in with a floater, can't bank it home, gets her own miss, and a fresh chance for TMP. Baltazar, who had a career-high 7 rebounds last time out, gets one here. Open is Allen. Kylie will drill the long 2-pointer. 22-14 is Kylie Allen, the senior, already with 9 here in the first half for the Monarchs. She has looked with an extra spring in her step in the last 2 games. Here's a pass left side for Cure, working on Lane, goes in and can't finish. Rebound inside for Lehman. She took it off the top of Herman and scores. 22-16 on the offensive rebound, and the putback inside for Lehman. As Emma gets that bucket to go, she has 4. Monarchs again against that 1-3-1, and now here's a steal. Hahn took it away on the pass. Up the floor, Hahn goes in, misses the layup. Good job by Hamel to dig in and force her to miss that shot. And Baltazar down with a rebound. Megan just did not give up with 2 minutes to go here in this quarter. Now a tie-up, and the arrow will belong to, I believe, TMP, as Baltazar a little bit fired up as she got tangled up by Hahn. We'll stay with TMP on the alternate possession. Goodland brings Michek back into the game. And also then Haley Bierman is in. As Hamel will key it in on the sideline, finds Allen, right back to Hamel, right side. She's going to step into a 3 that is short, and the rebound collected by Lindsay Cure. She's got a couple of rebounds here in the early going, and now Goodland up the floor. They've got a fast break, and the layup is good inside for Haley Bierman as the defender for TMP fell down. Monarchs against that pressure, reaching in is Hahn trying to steal it away, nearly did, and now Coach McFarland needs a timeout. That pressure nearly forced the 10 count, and Coach McFarland's going to bring J.C. Von Leno back into the contest. As Hahn nearly reached in and took that away. Although, you have to argue that she fouled Kylie Allen trying to steal the basketball. 22-16, TMP, or 22-18 rather, after that last field goal by Bierman inside for Goodland. The Monarchs led by as many as 9 on 2 different occasions. But Goodland, with back-to-back field goals here, have cut the deficit after it was 8 back to now 4 at 22-18. 1:35 to go first half. TMP will have the basketball out of the huddle following that timeout. Herman will check out. Good minutes from Jessica inside, playing in place of Cassidy Yost, who went down early in that first quarter with that, I believe it was an ankle injury. Now Von Little, who's back in, will come get the basketball, and now they'll clear it out. That's Goodland with a little man-to-man zone or pressure here, and now Cure nearly stole it away from Von Little. It's out of bounds right in front of the scores table. It's a great test. Nobody in the Mid-Continent League played defense like this on the girls' side all year long. They're not going to call every foul, so you can be aggressive as you want, because you know that the officials are going to, and especially tonight, let them play. Goodland back to the 1-3-1. TMP left side for Kylie Allen. Allen in the corner, nearly got trapped. Now Hamel over the top. Baltazar right back to Hamel on this left side. Now back to Baltazar, right side. Here's Von Little. JC's open for 3. Good! Von Little buried her first 3 of the contest, and TMP's lead is 25-18. That's a huge shot for Von Little and TMP. They needed her with those 2 fouls and needed that 3-pointer against that 1-3-1. Left side, here's Bierman with it. She'll find Lehman. Lehman knocked down a 3. Emily did earlier in this contest. She has 8 for Goodland. Left side, travel with it. Off the screen, Michaela Bierman, the senior, called for the travel. Goodland will give it back. It's the 7th now. Turnover in the first half for Goodland. Hamel gets it into Baltazar. And now TMP will get it right back to Megan, and they'll clear out. Behind the back, left side, across the timeline, drives into a double team, kicks it right side for Baltazar. Baltazar, who has a shadow everywhere she goes, will lob it over the top for Von Little with 30 seconds to go. First half, TMP's lead is 7 at 25-18. Hamel, guarded by Michek, picks up her dribble, goes to Lane on that right side. Emily all the way extended, usually catches that at the elbow, but Goodland forces you to start your offense so far out beyond the 3-point arc. Here is Von Little with it, finds Baltazar. She'll set her feet, fire for 3, and knock it down at 28-18. Back-to-back TMP threes as Baltazar buries her first of the contest, her first field goal, and now inside, here's a shot missed, battling for it out of bounds. Michek had a chance, but it was knocked out as Goodland was able to get it inside. Say last touch as Herman's going to check in with 0.5 seconds to go for TMP. Michek was wide open underneath at a break for TMP. With half a second to go, Cure will check back into the contest, replacing Emma Lehman, who checks out. Bierman to key it in, lob it over the top. There's a catch, and she can't get the shot off. That was Michek, and with half a second, you don't have a chance to catch it and shoot it. TMP leads by 10 through one half of action at 28-18. Back-to-back threes by JC Von Little and Sophia Baltazar put them on top by 10 at 28-18 as we head to the halftime break here on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
At halftime, the TMP Lady Monarchs on top of the Goodland Cowgirls by 10 at 28-18. They finished with a flurry of that first half. They get back-to-back threes from J.C. Von Little and Sophia Baltazar to put them up by 10. Monarchs trailed early at 4-2 and 5-4. But then would put together a couple of field goals from Kylie Allen to take an 8-5 lead and would lead 8-7 through one quarter of action. Then started the second quarter on a 10-2 run, thanks in large part to Megan Hamel with a three-point play. Kylie Allen knocked down a three, and then back-to-back Emily Lane field goals started that little run for TMP. At that point, they led by 9 at 18-9, would lead again by 9 at 20-11. And then it was 22-14. Goodland would chip away at it, make it 22-18 on back-to-back field goals. But then those two threes at the end of the half for Von Little and Baltazar put TMP on top by 10 at 28-18. So a good first half for TMP. We're going to look at the numbers here in just a moment, but a great first quarter and then make it a great first half for Kylie Allen. She was a big part of what TMP was able to do in that first half. And of course, Emily Lane already into double figures was huge inside with the short-handed Monarchs playing without Cassidy Yost, who got hurt early in that first quarter, and then also J.C. Von Little, who came back to knock down that three in the second quarter, but she was limited because of foul trouble. So that was a big performance by the TMP bench and Jessica Herman, who played big minutes there in that first quarter. And then, of course, everybody else doing a good job to battle through it and have to play a lot of minutes with short bench because of the injury and the foul trouble. So TP here through one half of action leads by 10 at 28-18. Real quickly, before we take our first break of the halftime show, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Monarch Sports Network.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
TMP leads 28-18 at the break. We're back with more of our halftime show brought to you by Eagle Radio Digital Marketing. After this, on the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship, the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Girls on top. half of action. The TMP Lady Monarchs on top of the Goodland Cowgirls 28-18 as we welcome you back into Norton and this sub-state matchup. The winner advancing on to take on the winner of the nightcap tonight between Norton and Phillipsburg in the 2 o'clock game on Saturday. Monarchs here at halftime. On top by 10. Our halftime show brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Before we get a chance to take a look at some of the first half individual scoring in the contest, of course, the sub-state matchup here brought to you in parts by our fine sponsors and also by the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Your ticket to an athletic event is a privilege. It is a privilege to watch students learn on the playing court. Unruly behavior is unacceptable in the classroom, and the sports arena is a classroom. Good sportsmanship is a lesson to be learned by players and spectators. Remember, sportsmanship provides the human touch. Kansas State High School Activities Association and Eagle Radio and HaysPost.com encourage you to make sportsmanship a primary concern as you support your chosen team. So here at the halftime break, TMP leads by 10 at 28-18 for the Monarchs. Emily Lane with 10, and then Kylie Allen with 9, all in that first half. Kylie had a good start to the ball game, couple of field goals that would give TMP the lead, thanks to Lane setting her up with a good couple of looks inside. She buried a 3 in that first half as well, finished with 9. Monarchs then get 3 from Megan Hamel. She converted a 3-point play. Sophia Baltazar knocks down a 3, and so does JC Von Little in that first half. So good balance attack for TMP, but Lane and Allen doing the heavy lifting so far for TMP. Meanwhile, the Goodland Cowgirls, led by Emma Lehman, she had 8 in that first half. They get 2 each from Olivia Lehman, Lindsay Cure, Telexa Weeder, Jaxie Michek, and Haley Bierman. So here at halftime, TMP is on top 28-18. Quick look at the numbers. TMP ends up out shooting Goodland 11 of 23 from the floor there in that first half. So TMP ends up 48% from the floor. They go 50% from deep at 3 of 6, 50% from the line at 1 of 2. Meanwhile, Goodland makes 7 of their 26 field goal attempts. That's 27%. Make just 1 of 7 from three-point land for 14%. They go 2 of 6 from the free throw stripe for 33%. Real quickly, we need to take one final timeout. Let's come back in 1 minute on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Goodland starts the second half of the basketball shooting down to our left in their black road uniforms, those yellow numbers trimmed in white. As they get it to the right side, here's Weeder with it. She'll hand it off to Cure. Cure drives in, misses the shot. Rebound is going to be picked up by Cure. She's their leading rebounder at over 7 rebounds a game. It's a shot right side for Weeder that's short, and JC Von Little comes down with the rebound. So Goodland had a couple of looks, but unable to convert. Now Von Little up the floor, nearly lost it for TMP. Gets it back working against Cure, and they call an offensive foul. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Von Little. Had that guard elbow out, I guess, is the argument. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a push-off, but as much as they let him play and be physical in the first half, that's a tough 3rd foul to take. If you're the sophomore Von Little, she sat much of the first half because of foul trouble. Jessica Herman back in for TMP. She had big minutes in the first half. Going to need big minutes again for TMP. No Cassidy Yost, it looks like, the rest of the way with that ankle injury. Here's the ball kicked out of bounds on an entry pass by Hamel, intended for Cure inside. 7:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter of action. TMP leads by 10 at 28-18. Alexa Weeder will key it in from the Goodland bench. Again, down to our left as we sit up behind the scores table here at Stoll Gymnasium in Norton. Right side, pass for Cure. Cure goes in and scores it. She was able to seal off the defender to make it 28-20 as Lindsey Cure gets the field goal inside. She has 4 here in the contest. Lane needs some help. Here's a backdoor pass deflected, and it's going to be tracked down by Allen. She was looking for Baltazar, who's now open for 3, and this will rim off no good. Jessica Herman down with the rebound, and then Herman has it blocked inside. Herman had a good look at it, but Jessica just couldn't quite take it up as strong as she did. And now up the floor comes Goodland with Michaela Bierman. She'll swing it right side as here's a 3 for Lehman. That's good, and that's a good start for Goodland. 28-23. Goodland scores 5 straight to start the quarter as Lehman knocks down her second 3. She's got 12 here in the contest. Hamel on a pass deflected into the hands of Baltazar. She'll give it right back to Hamel. Now it's Lane. She'll kick it for Allen. Right side 3 this time, halfway down and out. And the rebound picked up by Cure. Outlet pass to Weeder up the near sideline as Weeder looks to push. Here's Bierman right side, or rather Hahn right side. Missed the layup, and the rebound tracked down by Hamel. And then they get a foul called on Hahn reaching in as Hamel came away with it. Monarchs catch a break. Goodland had another good opportunity. Monarchs will bring Von Little in. This is a big stretch here at the 6-minute mark. At the 5:59 mark exactly in this third quarter is when Von Little checks back in with those 3 fouls. You need her in spurts, trying to avoid picking up that 4th here in this third quarter. Monarchs against the pressure from Goodland. It's Baltazar. Her pass deflected and stolen by Michek. Jaxie had just checked into the game. Up the floor, Hahn will go in and lay it home. Good start for Goodland. Here to the second half, timeout TMP, 28-25. Goodland back within 3 as they had trailed by as many as 10. Trailed by 10 at the break. And they're on a 7-0 run. That time Hahn was able to get that layup to go. So Coach McFarland gets the timeout. This is a big stretch for TMP as they turn it over, leading to the offensive breakout for Goodland and the layup. Got 3, and then Hahn with the bucket inside. Part of that 7-0 run. TMP Athletics brought to you part by Next Tech, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, Steel Fabrications, and Heartland Building Center. For 1 quarter of action, we want to check in on the Victoria Lady Knights. Just checking in on fellow Ellis County schools. Victoria girls led it by 8 after 1 over Quinter. They also, I believe, had the halftime lead. We'll get that score to you here in just a moment. Out of the TMP timeout, Hamel could run the baseline, needs some help against the pressure, gets it into lane, and now TMP will clear it out. And against Bierman, Hamel will bring it into the front court with that left-handed dribble. Now nearly lost it. There's Von Little with it on a pass from Hamel, then got it right back. Hamel searching, trying to set up the offense. They go to lane at the high post. Emily turns, faces, working on Michek, drives in, and they're going to get a reach-in foul on Michek. Michek will pick up the foul. That's the, well, they actually called out on Bierman. It was 5 who was the one who was guarding Lane, but either way, it's the second foul on Goodland. TMP will lob it in, and it's a turnover. Hamel was trying to throw it over the top for Baltazar, and Sophia cut to the basket. And Coach McFarland was the only one there. It's the 10th TMP turnover. Monarchs need to stop trying to quell this little 7-0 run for Goodland that's got them back within 3 at 28-25. Monarchs have not scored here in the second quarter. 5:15 to go in the quarter. Here's Olivia Lehman with it right side. They dump it in for Weeder, who will go up and score it on the right post. A 1-point TMP lead on a 9-0 Goodland run at 28-27. So Alexa Weeder gets her first field goal, and now inside, TMP's able to get it and score it as they get it inside. Good job by Little and company to get it inside. TMP retakes the lead by 3 at 30-27. Little was wide open underneath, and now here's a foul on the inside as Cure will draw the foul. Little has 6 now in the contest. And now that foul on TMP's Emily Lane will give her 2, and it sends Cure back to the free throw line. She was 0 of 2 back in the first quarter. And Cure's first free throw is no good. TMP with 2 team fouls with 4:47 to go here in this third quarter. Goodland also with 2 team fouls. And TMP leads by 3 at 30-27 after that bucket by Von Lennel inside. Cure's second free throw is off the heel, and then it rims off. Fight for the rebound, and they get a foul called on Goodland. So Von Lennel fouled by Telexa Weeder inside. The second on Weeder. TMP will get it back. Monarchs, as Goodland's going to pull off the full court pressure now with 4:44 and counting here in this third quarter, but they'll extend their 1-3-1. So they have Hahn at the top of that 1-3-1 all the way out near the midcourt line. Now the Monarchs with Baltazar and Hamel atop this little, basically it's a 2-1-2 offense where you put Hamel, or rather Lane, right in the middle of it. Here's a pass deflected. Allen gets it back in the double team. Kylie will split it, and now TMP will get it to Von Lennel. With 4:20 to go in this third quarter, 30-27. Pass inside for Lane. She'll draw the double team, turns and faces, drives, kicks it for Von Lennel. She'll pull the trigger on a 3 that misses everything, and it's back to the Goodland Cowgirls. Monarchs, Von Lennel had made one in that first half. Struggling from deep here in this second half. Monarchs had made 3 of 6 3-point attempts coming into this second half, but that one is off the mark, and Goodland will get it back. Down 3. Cure posting up on Lane in the low block, forces up the shot, missed it, and Lane down with a rebound. Goodland wanted a foul as Lane's able to get it out to Hamel. Lane has 5 rebounds in the contest. Now Lane, the high post, kicks it left side. Von Lennel again, this time for 3, and he rattled it home. JC with her second 3 of the contest. JC now with 8 in the game. And TMP leads 33-27 on the Von Lennel 3-point basket. She's got 5 here in the quarter. Inside, Von Lennel ties up, and they call it travel. Von Lennel on the double team tied up Emma Lehman. And it could have either been a travel or a jump ball. Either way, it'll go back to TMP. Actually, Goodland does have the, TMP does have the possession arrow. So it's a turnover on the travel. It's the 8th Goodland turnover. Now Goodland again will extend their pressure. TMP gets it into Hamel, or he gets it into Lane. Lane had it knocked away from behind by Hahn. Now into the hands of Hamel with 3:20 to go in this third quarter. TMP leads 33-27 following that 3-pointer. Now they post up Lane inside. Couple of dribbles, turns, kicks it for Von Lennel from the free throw line. Swish! JC Von Lennel makes it 37-27, or make it 35-27 as she knocks that one down. Up the floor, Goodland with it with under 3 minutes to go. Weeder will take the deep 3, halfway down and out. Von Lennel had it knocked away. Cure gets the rebound. Cure shoots it off the side of the basket, and now Allen's going to be fouled on the rebound. Cure will pick up her third. Kylie able to dig down and get that rebound. And back to TMP on the foul by Cure inside. So Cure joins Bierman, who has 3. We're going to get a timeout taken by Goodland. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. TMP leading by 8 again, 35-27. JC Von Lennel with that 3 a moment ago now has 11 in the contest as she's in a double figures. She scored all 7 points for TMP of this third quarter. Now with 2:48 to go in this third quarter, TMP back on top by 8. They led by as many as 10 at the break on back-to-back 3-pointers. Goodland started this second half on a 9-0 run to cut the deficit to 1 at 28-27. And Von Lennel with that little run here for TMP. With 2:48 to go in the third quarter. Monarchs out of the timeouts. We'll key it in with Hamel, Allen, Lane, Von Lennel, and Baltazar, the 5 on the floor. As Hamel to key it in on that sideline. Hamel's going to throw it over the top for Von Lennel on that left side. Here's a fast break, right side. Good catch by Lane. She got the defense off their balance, and then it was blocked out of bounds by Goodland. I think Cure was the one who swatted that one out of bounds. Her and Weeder were both down there guarding Lane, but it will stay with TMP on the block shot. It was Weeder who got a piece of it. Monarchs key it in. Von Lennel will hand it for Hamel. Rainbow 3 short. Von Lennel had it tipped away and taken away inside by Hahn. Hahn nearly had it knocked away by Allen. Kylie was trying to sneak from behind and knock that away. Hahn came away with her second rebound here in the contest. Now Hahn and an offensive foul on an illegal screen called on Goodland. This could be the fourth on Cure. Cure didn't like the call. Yeah, she is the definition of a legal screen. Leaned, stuck out a hip and a leg, and it's a turnover back to TMP. And now the Monarchs nearly turn it over. Defense that time by Lehman making it hard to get in for TMP. Check back into the game for Goodland. Monarchs Hamel will get it into lane, and now right back to Megan. 2:24 and counting here in this third quarter. Monarchs lead is 8, 35-27. Baltazar with it right side. Lane's trying to post up inside, but pretty good defense by Lehman as she's all over. Baltazar will get it back to Lane. She's all the way out past the three-point arc. She'll put it on the deck and dribble into a double team, and the turnover on the held ball. Actually, it will stay with TMP as there was Bierman there, Michaela, who was able to tie her up. It is TMP basketball on the alternate possession. 2:05 to go here in this third quarter. 35-27, TMP with the lead. Baseline for Baltazar. Draws the double team on that 1-3-1. Now here's a pass deflected, but Von Leno gets it. JC will rifle it left side, Baltazar. Baltazar one dribble, now to Hamels. They work in between the rings, plays it left side, Baltazar. Her pass for Lade gets Emily a little bit off balance, and then she's called for the travel. Tried to drive in on that left side. Great move. Puts it on the floor just a half a second earlier. She scores on a layup. Instead, it's a turnover. It's the 11th TMP turnover. It's just a little hesitation. She kind of drug that pivot foot. She puts it on the deck. She scores. 1:45 to go here in the third quarter. 8-point TMP lead at 35-27. Goodland with Emma Lehman. They'll rifle it inside. Tough off balance. Shot goes. What a tough shot for Telexa Weeder inside, who has 4. He was able to slide underneath the defender and get that layup to go. It's 35-29 following the Weeder field goal. Lane at the high post, kicks it for Hamel. Hamel surveys the defense. It's that 1-3-1 again from Goodland. It's given TMP problems this entire time. Here's a pass deflected. Baltazar, though, will tip it to Hamel. Hamel lobs it over the top for Von Little. Left side, now rifles it for a tough catch for Lane. Lane is going to be held up inside, and the alternate possession will give it to Goodland. Nichek and Lane didn't have it for very long, but the ball will belong to Goodland as they call a held ball, and the alternate possession on the 12th TMP turnover will give it back to Goodland. 1:08 to play here in this third quarter. TMP leads 35-29. Bucket by Weeder gets it back to a 6-point TMP lead. Goodland will play it left side for Weeder, guarded by Baltazar. Nichek has it to the high post. She'll turn, fire, and knock it down. Nichek knocks down her second jumper. She has 4. 35-31, 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's a great fast break. TMP's Von Little finds Allen inside. Allen with 11 on a great pass from Von Little. The Monarchs are back on time by 6 at 37-31. Here's a shot missing straight out front on a three-pointer. Ball knocked out of bounds by Goodland. That time Emma Lehman could not score on the three-pointer, and it was out of bounds. They say last touched by Goodland. TMP will have it. 37-31. Monarchs lead is 6 with 32 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Monarchs get it into lane. You can see over the defense, able to get it to Hamel. Hamel now behind her back, working against Hahn. Good screen by Lane to get her free, wide open, and a bounce pass inside for Allen, who's wraparound passes. She's falling down, gets it to Von Leno, but JC can't keep the dribble alive. That was nearly a miraculous play as Allen on the pass was falling down, and she was able to get it to Von Leno. That pass was just a little bit at the feet of Kylie Allen, but Kylie nearly made a great play to save it for TMP. 12 seconds to go here in the quarter. TMP's lead is 6 at 37-31. Weeder has it right side, will get a screen. Lob it over the top for Lehman. Inside, good catch, but tough layup for Bierman inside. Misses the shot, and then Von Little will come away with the loose basketball as we head to the fourth quarter. TMP leads by 6 at 37-31. The Redeemed Designs road to a championship on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Long way to go in this one as we open the fourth quarter. TMP leads by 6, 37-31. The shorthanded Monarchs will have the basketball to start out this fourth quarter. Wide open, Von Leno, right side, rainbow three, misses everything. Kylie Allen fights for a rebound inside, and they'll give him the held ball, which means it's back to Goodland. Allen has been active for TMP. Monarchs without Cassidy Yost with that leg injury. Suffered in that first quarter. It was a very first kind of few minutes of that first quarter. They've been without her. Here's Weeder, deep three-pointer that is off to the left side, and the rebound out of bounds back to TMP. Weeder took a deep three that time. He's capable of hitting it, but both teams miss on a three to start out this fourth quarter. But Goodland will extend the pressure with Hamel to key it in for the Monarchs. They get it to Baltazar, who had a defender, and now we're going to get a whistle. They call a turnover, and back the other way for TMP. Call of carry on that left side for Baltazar. She had Hahn draped all over her. It's actually Michek. They call her for a double dribble. She had Michek draped all over her. It's a 14th TMP turnover. Right side Hahn on the inbound. We'll get it to Weeder. Weeder waiting for Bierman to come back, and Bierman now they're going to call a foul on TMP. It's on Kylie Allen. The official, I think, missed a travel. So Kylie trying to fight through the screen. And yeah, she did run into the screener. It's a pretty good screen on that right low block. Goodland will get it into Weeder, right side. To Lexa, over the top, right side for Michek. And now gives it back to Hahn. 7:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. TMP leads 37-31. High post. Michek kicks it right side. Weeder for three, and she swishes it home. 37-31 as Telexa Weeder knocks down her first three of the contest. Weeder now with 7 in the game. Left side, Von Leno, tough catch. JC in the corner, rifles it for Hamel. Hamel right back to the corner, and now right back to Hamel. They play catch on the left side with Von Leno and Hamel. High post just inside the free throw line as Lane drives in, and they call her for a travel. I mean, I think it's either an offensive foul or a blocking foul. And she did not pick up her pivot foot after the collision. So it had to have been before a collision. She collided with the defender. It's the 15th TMP turnover. She banged into the defender. The defender fell down. Emily spun, did not pick up her pivot foot. So it had to be in the collision, I guess, but it looked like she still had the dribble. Either way, it's a turnover. Right side, Bierman with it, ball above her head. Searching, TMP leads by 3 with 6.5 to go here in this quarter. Driving in left side, and the layup is good. Tough left-handed layup for Lehman. Olivia makes it 37-36. TMP up the floor, Lane with it. In that 1-3-1, and now here's a steal. Oh, they're going to get a foul on Goodland. Hahn took it away from Lane, and I think that's a break. They haven't really called it. They did call it for a hold. So that is the 16th foul on Goodland already. I think that's a break for TMP. There was all sorts of contact, but that hasn't mattered so far today. They've let them play. Monarchs get it in. Again, the 1-3-1. Here's a dangerous pass. Lane will track it down. Next foul on Goodland. TMP will shoot free throws. See if they can force him out of this 1-3-1. Hamel drives right side. They'll kick it for Baltazar. Gave it up. Sophia gets it back for 3. This is too strong. And the rebound cleared out of there by Cures. Cure will come down with her 4th rebound. Up the floor, Goodland has numbers. Right side, Hahn stops, has it knocked away and taken away by Allen. Lane hit that pass and forced the deflection. Up the floor, Lane on a pass from Hamel is fouled inside. Good fast break that time for TMP. And Lane's headed to the free throw line for the first time in this second half. That also means that as the 7th foul on Goodland. So TMP will shoot the bonus the rest of the way. It's the 2nd foul on Olivia Lehman. Lane's first free throws off the mark. Emily made a pair in the win over Russell. Alexa Weeder will check out. Michek, who has played big minutes in this one, checks back in for Goodland. TMP leads by 1. Second lane free throw, too strong, and a rebound down to Cure. As Lindsay Cure has 5 rebounds in the contest. Goodland up the floor with Bierman. It's Michaela. She'll give it right side for Cure, and now to Michek. Michek dumps it into the post. Lehman try to post up and scores it. Goodland has the lead for the first time in the second half. 38-37 as they get it inside to Olivia Lehman, who has 6. Here's a 3 blocked. Von Little has a shot blocked, but then Lane stuck with it, got the rebound. Inside, Baltazar will score on a pass from Von Little. It's 39-38. That blocked shot actually helped TMP out as the Monarchs were able to get it inside and score it. Driving in, dumping it off left side. Here's Lehman. She missed the shot, got her own rebound. Will go up, can't finish again. And then it's tipped into the hands of Allen. Kylie twisting down, was able to save it to Hamel. Hamel then traveled with it at midcourt. Hamel was trying to force it ahead to Baltazar. And a break there for TMP. 2 good looks inside for Olivia Lehman. It's Lehman who could not finish inside. TMP leads 39-38 on that bucket a moment ago. Each team struggling a little bit with the turnover. With 4:50 to go. Long way to go here in this one. Michek, right side. They dump it in for Weeder. Weeder rises up, can't score it. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Emily Lane, and it will stay with Goodland. This time Weeder took it right at Von Little. 4:42 to go, but could not score it over the top. 4:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Weeder will key it in. Here's a 3 straight on for Lehman. That's good. 41-39 as Lehman knocks down the 3. She has 9 in the contest. Right side pass for Allen. Gets this one 3-1. TMP trails by 2. Allen will drive the baseline. Her pass knocked away. They call it a kick. Emma Lehman saying that she hit off her shin. So TMP will keep possession of the basketball down 2. And Bierman will check in. That's Michaela Bierman, the senior. 4:25 to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP trails by 2, 41-39. Hamel, pass intended for Von Little and stolen away. Weeder came away with the steal, and then she has it knocked away. Well, maybe that could have been double dribble on Weeder as TMP with some pressure in the backcourt, able to nearly come away with a steal. Kira trying to post up on Lane, and ripping it away is Baltazar on the double team. Good job by Sophia to rip it away. TMP down 2 with 4 minutes to go in this one. 41-39. Pass for Lane. Emily posting up. Pass for Allen inside, and she's fouled. Kylie earns a trip to the free throw line. I don't think this will be on Cure. If it is, she's done. They call it on Michaela Bierman. Allen to shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the line for Kylie in the game. First free throw is good. 41-40. Kylie Allen free throw. Jaxie Michek returns for Cure for Goodland. Allen to shoot the second one. And it's good. We're tied at 41 on a pair of Kylie Allen free throws with 3:55 to play in the fourth quarter. Allen now with 13 in the contest for TMP. Under 3:45 and counting in this fourth quarter. Goodland down to the basketball left side. Michek in the lane. Turns, traveled with it. She was trying to kick it right side for Weeder, who knocked down the 3, but the travel before it is the 12th turnover for Goodland. TMP and Goodland tied at 41 apiece. 3:42 to go. The sub-state semifinal. Winner advances to take on the winner of Phillipsburg and Norton a little bit later on. Here today, there's a pass for Baltazar against the 1-3-1. Rifles it left side for Von Little. Hook pass inside for Lane. Emily goes up, can't score it. There's Allen down with the rebound, and she's fouled again. Kylie headed back to the free throw line. Monarchs had couple of awkward off-balance shots inside. And Allen has been in the right spot at the right time tonight. First free throw, good. Kylie gives TMP the lead. She has 14 in tonight's game. We'll shoot one more. And this one will rattle home as well. 4 of 4 at the line for Allen. And she gives TMP a 43 to a 41 lead on a pair of free throws. And now Von Little steals it in midcourt. Just inside midcourt. She'll go all the way and lay it home. Von Little now with 13 in the game for TMP. 45-41. As Von Little got that steal and layup. It's the 13th Goodland turnover. Micek pass deflected into the hands of Hahn, and she'll flip it home. That's just a break for Goodland as Lane nearly stole that one away. 45-43 following the layup and the pass deflection. And a pass knocked out of bounds by Telexa Weeder. And it will stay with TMP. Back into the ball game comes Haley Bierman for Goodland. She replaces Michaela, her sister, the senior. Over the top for Lane on the inbounds for Hamel. Emily gets that 1-3-1. We'll give it up to Hamel. Hamel for Baltazar, who rifles it inside for Lane. It was deflected in the hands of Von Little. Baltazar got it on a pass from Von Little, and now it's knocked out of bounds by Weeder, and Weeder goes down to grab that ankle immediately, but she bounces back up. As soon as she fell down, she grabbed her ankle, but she looks all right with 2:39 to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP leads 45-43. Kerr will check back in for Goodland. 2:39 to go. Kerr has 4 fouls. Goodland already one away from putting TMP in the double bonus. Lane rifles it left side for Hamel. Hamel drives in, throws up the big shot and got it to go. 47-45 on a tough runner for Megan Hamel to put TMP back on top by 4. Hamel has 5. Nearly a turnover for Goodland. Could have been a travel there. Here's a backdoor lob out of bounds. Thrown away. Too wide for Emma Lehman. Lehman with it. 2:13 to play. They had let the clock run for a moment, but the official saw it, and now they'll have to get together and talk it over. 47-43. We owe you a station break. We're long past that. Let's do that now. For 10 seconds, station identification. Monarch Sports Network.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
47-43. They'll put it at 2:15 on the clock. So they had let about 3 seconds run off the clock, but they get it fixed and we're ready to go. 47-43 TMP following the Goodland turnover. They have 14 now in the game. We'll get it back. And Goodland with some pressure. Cure guarding Hamel. Hamel able to race up that left side. And now we'll kick it right side for Baltazar. Sophia thought about a step back 3, but decided better against it as we close in on 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Hamel on that little weave gives it to Baltazar. Sophia right back to Megan on that right side. Under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. TMP leading 47-43. And now Hamel is going to pull it out and set up the offense. Right side Baltazar with it. Lane's really battling inside, trying to get open. Von Little nearly had it knocked away, and now the ball too hot to handle for Hamel, and it's a TMP turnover. Megan was coming to get the basketball, and JC threw it. It's the 17th TMP turnover. 1:42 to go here in this one. TMP leads by 4, 47-43. Trying to punch a ticket back to the sub-state final game here at Norton. Pass left side for Hahn. Screen for 3. It's Weeder. Good. It's a 1-point TMP lead, 47-46. As they get Telexa Weeder open for a 3, and she switched it home from straight on. Weeder with her second 3 of the game is in a double figures with 10. She averages 17. Timeout on the floor with 1:28 to play here in this fourth quarter. TMP's lead is 1 at 47-46. Good play call. Both teams have that play where you get your best shooter straight on off a screen, on a little down screen, and that time it was Weeder who buried it. Monarch Athletics in this one brought to you along the way by Discount Siding, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Field Abstract and Title Company, High Plains Roofing, and State Glass Company. Of course, this is our Redeem Designs Road to a Championship. Tomorrow, the TMP boys will get their opportunity here from Norton in a rematch for the third time this year with the Phillipsburg Panthers. Redeem Designs Road to a Championship. Check out some of their great designs at redeemdesigns.com. Redeem Designs on Vide in Hayes. Out of the timeout, it will be TMP basketball. A 3 by Weeder, her second of the second half. She has 10 in the contest. A 38% three-point shooter, but she made 2 big ones here. Out of the timeout, TMP will have it with Hamel, Baltazar, Allen, Von Little, and Lane. This has been the entire second half for TMP. Yost got hurt in the first few minutes of this one in the first quarter. Jessica Herman with big first half minutes for TMP off the bench, but it's been this group most of the way. Herman has played. Here's a ball that's kicked by Hahn, and it will stay with TMP with a minute 16 to play. TMP leads 47-46. Monarchs, that sideline inbound. Hamel to key it in front of the Goodland section to the left side. Hamel gave it up and then get it right back on that left side. Again, Goodland has went to this 1-3-1. Here's a left side three that's again blocked as Von Little can't finish, but there's Kylie Allen down with it. Wraparound pass to Von Little, saves it in the hands of Lane. Emily bobbled it. Emily one dribble and a timeout by TMP. Monarchs missed the three-pointer, but who else? Kylie Allen has been in the right spot all night long. It's a full timeout. TMP will keep possession of the basketball. And the scramble drill that keeps them alive with a minute 3 to go and leading by 1 at 47-46. This Goodland 1-3-1. Coach talked about the different defenses that you see from Goodland. We tried off air to determine if anybody had played a 1-3-1 against them this year. Maybe Smith Center for a little bit, and maybe southeast of Saline for a possession or two, but neither of them have the length that Goodland does. And at the top of the key, and Hahn, who has been a pest all game long, has really made it difficult on this 1-3-1. So if they've seen it, they haven't seen it like this, and the officials have let them play. With a minute 3 here to go in this one, TMP has a 1-point lead at 47-46. This is a huge possession and a fresh chance thanks to the hustle inside by Lane, and Allen was the one who got that rebound again. Off the block shot on a 3-point play. TMP trying to key it in. Von Little trying to fight through a defender. Instead, they'll lob it over the top for Emily Lane. Lane guarded by Cure will give it off to Baltazar, who spun away from the defender. Now under a minute to go. Pass right side. They can play keep away in this 1-3-1. You can burn a lot of clock. 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Hamel gets bumped at midcourt. There's a foul, and we'll get 2 free throws. Bierman took the brunt of that one. She's slow to get up at midcourt. Looks like she's all right, but Hamel's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That's the 10th team foul on Goodland. Foul will be the 4th on Michaela Bierman, and a blocking foul at midcourt sends Hamel to the free throw line. This is where you've got to secure it here. She'll go to the line for the second time in this one. First free throw is good. Nothing but net for Hamel. 6 in the game for Megan. 48-46. TMP leads by 2. Second free throw is going to rim off, no good. Cure down with a rebound. So TMP will lead by 2 with 42 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Bierman will bring it up. Guarded by Allen, directing traffic in between the circles. Here's a pass right side as they get it to Lehman. They're trying to post up Waiter. Waiter, they get it inside. She traveled with it. Back to TMP. She turned into the defender and picked up that pivot foot. Turnover, Goodland. TMP will get it back. It's the 15th Goodland turnover, and now they'll extend their pressure. 29 seconds to go in this one. Timeout taken by Goodland, as Coach Bierman will talk things over. Monarchs lead by 2 at 48-46. Trying to advance to a rematch of either Goodland or Phillipsburg. We'll play in the nightcap tonight in the championship of this sub-state on Saturday. It's the 2 o'clock game because of the current situation, the COVID situation. They've altered the schedule a little bit, moving everything up, but a 2 o'clock start for the girls. So TMP tried to, whether it's Phillipsburg or Norton, should be a good one, but Monarchs have got to survive the final 20 seconds here. TMP Athletics brought to you by Thomas Ward Prep Marion, Jeff Darrow and Linda Seibel at Edward Jones and Hayes, Paul Wardenberger Construction, and Master Cleaners. Goodland tried to get Jaxie Michek into the ball game, but she didn't check in time. So now they will let her check into the game, as Michek will check in late. Monarchs to key it in. Here's a pass left side for Von Little. Over the top ball to Zor. Sophia got past the defender. Up the floor. Allen's got it right side. Kylie will hold. Get banged into. No call. Still in the corner. Reaching in. And we get a tie up. And it will belong to TMP on the alternate possession. So a break there as Allen dribbled into the corner, which you don't want to do against that 1-3-1. And it forces the held ball. But TMP has the possession arrow. Goodland will bring Michaela Bierman back into the game. She'll guard the inbounds, or she'll be away from the ball as Hamel will key it in on that right corner. Hamel trying to get it in. Near sideline. Here's Baltazar with it. Hahn reaches in. Double team. Baltazar spun away. Needs some help. Wide open. Von Little. Bounce pass left side. Deflected for Allen. Stolen away with 10. It's Weeder who will steal it. Cure up the floor. Timeout Goodland with 8.2 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Monarchs give it back, and a chance here for Goodland with one possession. Trailing by 2. Monarchs will turn it over for the 18th time here in this near sideline. They went back to this right side of the corner. And Goodland was able to come away with that basketball. So a tough break in the turnover as Coach Bierman will take the timeout. They had a chance for a layup. Good deflection by Michek. She was on the defensive end that forced that deflection that didn't allow TMP to get a look at a layup inside. They had numbers, but Michek got the deflection. So here out of the timeout with 8.2 seconds to go, we'll see what Goodland and Coach Bierman has designed. But TMP leading by 2 at 48-46. Monarchs led by as many as 10 at halftime, 28-18. But a 9-0 run to start the second half for Goodland. Quickly got into a 1-point game. TMP would briefly lead again by 7. It was actually by 8 at 35-27. Led by 6 through 3. Led by as many as 4 here in the quarter, in this fourth quarter, but Goodland has been able to chip their way back into this one. 8.2 seconds to go. Goodland will key it in on that left side. Hahn gives it for Bierman. Bierman with 5. Bierman dumps it inside. Pass knocked out of bounds and then saved into Goodland. Here's Hahn for the lead. It'll rim off. No good. Ball deflected and TMP's going to hang on. Goodland had a wide open look inside. That ball was deflected and TMP's going to take down Goodland 48-46. Pass deflected. Somehow Cure stayed in bounds and got the pass off to Hahn, who had a look at a game winner, and she was open. Not sure how Cure stayed in bounds on that baseline, but she did. And TMP survives and advances. 48-46 as the Monarchs down to the right celebrate with the bench and the coaching staff to that right side as they'll win 48-46. It was not an easy victory for TMP as they're on to the championship of this 3A sub-state. We'll take on the winner of that Phillipsburg and Norton game coming up in just a little bit. TMP gets back to the sub-state the championship for a 4th time in the last 7 tries. This was their 6th straight trip to the semifinals. And they finally get the victory, but it was not an easy one as the Monarchs are able to outlast the Goodland Cowgirls, winning by the final here of 48-46. Let's take a break. We'll recap it here on our post-game show as Monarchs win 48-46 on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
They came down to the wire. Goodland had a look for the tie by Hahn, but could not get it to go as TMP able to outlast the Goodland Cowgirls and win by the final here, 48-46. As we welcome you in on our Adams Brown postgame show, brief recap as the Monarchs will take down their second-ranked team of the season as they earlier beat Phillipsburg, who were coincidentally ranked fourth when they did it. They then knocked off the fourth-ranked Goodland Cowgirls here in this one in the sub-state semifinals, 48-46. Game started with TMP down 4-2. We would be tied at 4, and then a free throw by Goodland gave them a 5-6 lead. Monarchs would answer with a couple of Kylie Allen buckets inside. That would give TMP an 8-5 lead, and they would hold on to the lead the rest of the way through the first half, thanks in large part to a 10-2 run in which they led by 9 to start the second quarter at 18-9. Would lead by 10 at the break thanks to back-to-back three-pointers, one from J.C. Von Lindell and then one from Sophia Baltazar that made it 28-18. Goodland would answer with a 9-0 run, cut it to 1, but TMP was right back on top, 35-27, and then led by 6 at the end of the third quarter, 37-31. Goodland would come back and take the lead, starting the fourth quarter on a 7-0 run, and briefly took the lead at 38-37, then led 39-38, or then TMP rather led 39-38 after a bucket by Sophia Baltazar, and then Goodland would retake the lead for the final time at 41-39. J.C. Von Little actually would be Kylie Allen, who would get 2 free throws to tie the game at 41. Then she would make 2 more free throws that gives TMP a lead for good at what ended up being 44, actually it was 43-41. Then Von Little with a bucket put TMP on top 45-41. They would hold off, and again, Hahn had a look at a game winner after what looked like, not sure how Cure stayed in bounds. Sure looked like she was nearly out of bounds on the deflection on that baseline, but she was able to just stay in bounds in front of the official. Got a look for Hahn, who had a look at a game winner on that right baseline from about 12 feet out, but couldn't convert, and TMP holds off, winning 48-46. Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. Of course, also Keisha, our partner, bringing you our postseason athletics, ethics, integrity, and respect, all values important to our daily lives. All of these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs during competition. They are translated into one word. It's sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. Public service message from Kansas State High School Activities Association and Eagle Radio and HayesPost.com. Again, TMP holds off the Goodland Cowgirls, winning by the final of 48-46 to advance to the matchup with either Phillipsburg or Norton in the 2 o'clock sub-state championship game here from Norton. Again, our final 48-46. Their team designs road to a championship of the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.